No, I listen to it all the time. I tell all my friends to smack it raw.
Following podcast contains mature content. The views and opinions expressed by the host are not necessarily those of the host. Listener discretion is advised. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Smackin Raw podcast. I am your host, the patron saint of podcast, and the warden Matt Ritter, and I'm here with my co-host this evening. She is host of the She League Showcase Inside the Mind of In the Crowd Story Time with the reigning, defending, undisputed Trick or Trivia champion, Ms. Katie Kinsey Bay.
Hello.
Vince, why are you laughing?
Because EV Max is fucking weird for us, and we're still learning things. So on my end, the video is so delayed that while you were talking and giving the intro for the show and introducing Katie, you were still doing the little loading dance we do while you were introducing everybody. So that's
it was hella scuffed. That's why I didn't even attempt to do it because it was just hella laggy. I couldn't even hear it. It was so laggy. I don't understand this shit.
Well, he is SES Vince. He is partially the reason why we are on this new platform, even though he tried to deny it earlier.
Nope.
Denny Delgado, Vicente Alejandro Delgado Rar Estrada.
Look at that. I didn't even have to remind you.
I thought I was going to add it during the rolling of the R's.
Well, no, you expected that. Hi, guys.
How's it going?
Hi.
I'm looking at the stream. Everything looking good. So we're all good.
So let me ask you this, Vince.
Yes.
You guys always say that nobody can see the video when you guys play the Big E clip. What do you mean by nobody can see it? Is it because Getcho, the people watching live see the Big E clip, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I saw
why are you always like
Getcho.
No,
well,
I mean,
when we were on Getcho, we see it when he plays it. That's why I was confused when he's like, we always love to see people's reactions because they never get to see the video.
Oh, because before they could never see people usually tune into the audio version of Getcho, so they never get to see the video. So whenever they see the Big E video for the first time, it's always a fun thing to see their reaction for the first time on the little off stage thing.
I was just worried that the intro was playing and everyone just saw me doing my little arm dance and no one got to see the intro video. That's what I was concerned about.
No, you were fine. Listen. EV Max is it's his own thing. You have to really learn how to navigate it. It took a lot of trials and tribulations for Justin and I to get to where we're at, and we still have issues from here and there.
Never.
But this helps us from having a fun show.
You won't have to, Katie. So you just get to be a guest, and you get to laugh, and you get to have your bestie, The Rack, come on and support you.
Yeah, exactly. There you go.
Look, it even made her smile when I said that. She's coming around.
We don't need The Rack right now.
Listen, you had back-to-back bestie
now.
episodes, but that's great. That's a run.
I want to thank everyone who's joining us. If you're joining us live, I don't have banners for this shit. What up?
Man, look, he looks like white DJ. Okay.
ITC, I might be getting at you here in a little bit about something if you're free tomorrow. So let me know in the chat if you're free tomorrow, around 9 p.m.
Okay.
CST.
Yes, Katie? CST, yes.
That's what I was going to say.
But yeah, you guys can check us out at twitch.tv/Creation World, where if you have Amazon Prime, you have Prime Gaming. You take those two things, you link them together. Yeah, I saw that too. And you get a free sub every month. And then who do you give that free sub to? White DJ EAFN.
Yeah.
Or Katie, or any of your favorite Twitch streamers. You guys can also check us out at youtube.com/CreationWorld, where it is free to like, to subscribe, to comment. Katie, what does that do?
Boost the algorithm, helps find new listeners.
It's been a while, hasn't it? Why is that important?
Because you're a whore.
Just like Izzy Dame.
No!
Yes.
You didn't say that.
He just did.
I am a whore for your likes, for your comments, for your views, for your subscriptions, for your attention. So please do all of the things. And most importantly, if you want to know when you can find us live, whether it's the Creation Conversation, whether it's Smackin' Raw, whether it is Getting Off tomorrow night, Sunday, 9 p.m. for our brand new, fully revamped, and I personally think cool as fuck trivia game. Ain't nothing free around here. Okay,
With the little smirk, too.
Where we are talking zombies and zombies, but not zombies in trivia, or not zombies, but zombies.
Yes.
So all of like the movies where it's a rage virus and they're zombies, but they don't call them zombies, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Anyway, tomorrow 9 p.m. Central, right here, youtube.com/CreationWorld, twitch.tv/CreationWorld. And if you can't remember that, the easiest thing to do, flick that bean, hit that notification bell, get notified every time we go live, and then you never have to guess.
Yep.
Ms. Katie Kinsey Bay.
That's me.
What you got for us?
All right, so last week I was like, oh my god, RVD and Katie Forbes are having a baby. Psych, they're having 2 babies! Twins!
So one is going to be all of the reefer smoke and
No! No!
Even distribution, 50-50?
50-50-50-50.
Okay.
50-50-50. Since there's 2 babies. 100 each. Yeah, so that was exciting news. Good for them.
Yeah, congratulations.
Congrats.
Despite my jokes, we are happy for you.
100%.
Especially RVD. Like, I feel like he'll be a great dad.
100%. He'd be the most chill dad there is.
True.
Yeah.
One of the things that did actually happen this week that like wasn't really a surprise was a Black Wrestling Podcast did their top 50 as they do every year.
Was Swerve on the list?
No.
Good. Was Moose on the list?
Not that I saw.
Okay.
So I have the top 10 and then notable names and where they are.
Mm-hmm.
So we can just quickly do that.
Oh, this is fun. I like this. Yeah, this is
fun. Okay, so number 1, Obafemi. I mean, come on. It's Obafemi.
Ooh.
The ruler. Then we had Mercedes Moné at 2.
Fair.
Bianca at 3.
Yeah.
Darius Carter at 4. Darius Carter is very big on the indies.
I don't know who that is, but he probably deserves it.
Scary man. I've seen him wrestle live. He's very scary.
Oh.
Then we got Naomi at 5. Trick Willy Wonka at 6. Ricochet at 7. Athena at 8. Sugar Dunkerton, who TC dropped the lore on She Elite that was Pineapple Pete in AEW.
Mm-hmm.
I did not know that. That was a fun lore I learned. So he's number 9. AJ Francis is 10. Then some other notable ones here. Basically 14 through 22 is people we know. Jade is 14. Mm-hmm. Willow Nightingale is 15. Sol Ruca is 16. Carmelo Hayes is 17. Hangman Parker is 18. Big Bobby Lashley at 19. Shelton at 20. Kalani at 21. Javon at 22. Then we got Wesley at 28. Lash at 29. Queen Amanada at 31. Xavier Woods at 32. Kofi Kingston at 33. Powerhouse Hobbs at 34. Dawkins at 37. And Montez Ford at 38.
I wonder what goes into the decision.
Whoa. Pause.
Okay.
Dawkins is above Ford?
Yep.
Okay, well, that kind of goes into my question. I wonder what goes into them selecting. Okay, this one and it's specifically in tag teams, because you mentioned the same thing with Woods and Kofi. Woods is above Kofi by one spot. How do they go about determining who goes above who in the tag team? That's my
I
question.
quite literally do not have the answer.
No,
Well,
that's okay. It's more of a
Woods has been doing more than Kofi, mic wise, and just backstage and everything that's kind of been going on this last year.
yeah.
Even like he kind of kicked off the whole fuck Big E thing, and then got Kofi to come around. So like,
True.
I don't know if
TC
I agree with that.
says Doc has been better than Tez for about 2 years now. Listen, he's been a little bit more impressive. I'll say that. Tez,
I like Dawkins, but Tez is Tez. Like,
it's Tez is Tez, but we mostly see it because of the ceiling, not necessarily the floor he's at right now. We see the potential of what he could be, and we see him as maybe like, oh, he's great at X, Y, Z. He can do all X, Y, and Z. But so can Dawkins, and honestly, I kind of care more about Dawkins than I do about Montez right now. So I'm not too mad about it. Be more
I do
egregious
not.
if there was a few spots in between.
I mean, you've seen him. You know, my personal feelings about an indie talent who's not on TV being above people on TV aside, it seems like a solid list. I feel like maybe Naomi should be higher because of Miss. But what was the
We don't know the
criteria
time
year?
frame. Yeah.
I can look real quick. I don't know if they said. Give me 1 second.
Because if
It
it's
probably was before Money in the Bank, so
yeah, that could also go into play for sure. Trying to think if there's anybody they might have missed that is in number 51 or 52. But I don't think so. I think they might have gotten everybody. Oba being number 1 is not surprising at all, though. Like, that dude is NXT. He's literally the best male wrestler in NXT. Ricochet at number 7 off the speed title, though. That's my only issue. Oh, that's the... Okay, so if he's getting the credibility from the speed title run, that's crazy.
Oh, okay. I found it, actually.
Okay.
We look at what each wrestler has done from May 2024 to May 2025, weighing each based on a certain criteria. Oh, and I forgot.
Everything Ricochet and AEW is counting towards Ricochet too.
Truth was also number 50, by the way. I forgot to mention that.
What? Man,
he'll be number 1 next year after he defeats John Cena and becomes World Heavyweight Champion.
As I would love to see that, man. I just don't have much hope for it because it really does seem like his run against Cena is already over and they're going to pivot to a feud with him and Damian Priest. TC said that on Twitter yesterday, and I agree with him. I kind of felt
I mean, he straight up, John got DQ'd. Like, this is not over. He hit him with the... Let's talk about it. Well, hold on. Okay, do you have more news and rumors?
Nothing else.
Nothing else.
Well, actually, just kidding. Something happened. I remember. Since we don't watch Collision, Kota Ibushi returned randomly.
What?
Yeah, tonight.
No.
At Collision.
No. At Collision? You returned him at Collision of all shows? What the fuck is...
Dead ass. Looking in the best shape of his life, which is saying something because he's always looked absolutely incredible.
Love that man. He's the best.
Because someone has to defend Kenny's honor. Why not be his boyfriend?
Kenny's a whore, though. Kenny's a whore. So
Kenny's
he doesn't.
Not a whore.
Kenny's a whore.
Kenny's not a whore.
Kenny's a
so
whore.
is Izzy Dame.
No, I can say that.
What I was gonna say, I mean, in terms of that, I'm like, yeah, someone's gotta help Kenny, I guess. He's got no friends. Can't kill him again.
But I think that actually is it.
Well, I mean, Norm Dar vacated the Heritage Cup, so a replacement is going to face Stax on NXT on Tuesday. So my theory that Stax is going to get that cup is looking more and more likely. So I don't know how Norm Dar got injured. Hopefully he gets better, has a speedy recovery.
Maybe a house show.
Oh yeah, possibly a house show. That's unfortunate. He just came back.
I know.
Yeah.
And then they took away his entire team.
So R-Truth.
Yes.
We were talking about R-Truth. We were talking about R-Truth being champion. So a lot of things happened on SmackDown associated with this. And I guess the Sabrina Carpenter effect will get a stay of absence for now as we talk about the pipe bomb and all things pipe bomb associated.
The Slim Jim pipe bomb.
Because John Cena is a domestic terrorist.
You can't say that right now with the state of the world.
He's the one dropping pipe bombs, not me. So one Aleister Black was supposed to have a match.
Yes.
And as he was doing his cool as fuck entrance, a man dressed in all black, who was not Aleister Black, beat the living fuck.
Kid Williams.
Yes, boy! Yes, boy!
Out of the brunette one.
Yeah, these clips are not hitting.
They hit for the people watching, so
That's all that matters.
That's all that matters. So Aleister's like, hey, Truth, what the fuck? Why did your shit have to fuck up my shit? I had a match. I wanted to kick the brunette in the face. I wanted to do that. I wanted my win, and you took that away from me.
Didn't he also interrupt into another match? Because it sounded like he's like, "Hey, you've done it twice now." It sounded like Aleister was saying to him.
No.
No? Okay. Maybe I misinterpreted.
Truth's like, this had nothing to do with you, and it's like, well, it absolutely did, because you could have done that at any point in the show. You didn't have to pick my match. So those two are face to face, and then one Damian Priest,
El Campeón,
Father Damien, El Campeón, plays Peacemaker, right? He gets in between the two of them. He's like, hey, Aleister, listen, chill. Like,
he plays John Cena.
He's a little fucked up in the head right now. Let me handle it. Now, Aleister walked away, and Aleister didn't look happy. So my personal theory is that Aleister and Priest are going to have a thing now because of this.
I would love to see that. I think that would help.
Damien's like, you always used to make me smile when I wanted to hurt people, because hurt people. And like, you were like, no, be happy. So how about you go handle your business with John Cena, and then when you're done, we'll go get some food, we'll have some drinks, we'll have a good time. And then Truth starts smiling. He's like, yeah, that sounds great. I like that idea. He was like Happy Truth again, because we were like, we like Happy Truth, right? And then after Damien walked away, Ron returned. You saw his face just... And Ron was back. So Ron gets this match with John Cena.
Yes.
And Ron is whooping John Cena's ass, as Ron does. To the point that John Cena feels it necessary to throw the most Hulk Hogan-esque title shot. It was weak as fuck, Katie. Listen, this isn't me shitting on John Cena. Let's be honest. That was a weak title shot.
It did the job.
Well, of course it did the job. It's TV. Hit him on the ramp with the title. And then Phil. Our boy Phil.
Philip.
CM Punk. He's like, fuck this. I like R-Truth, and I don't like that you're doing this, and I don't like you and your bullshit. So he comes down to the ring, and he gets kicked in the wiener, and he gets hit with the title, and then he gets put through a table. And much like John Cena,
the Slim Jim table, excuse you?
The Slim Jim table, yeah, sorry.
And
then much like
them into a Slim Jim.
14 years ago, or whatever the fuck it was, when... You know, John Cena got put through a table by CM Punk, and then CM Punk sat on the stage and cut his infamous pipe bomb. John Cena climbed to the top rope, and he broke the fourth wall. He said all the things, and I have a list of the things that John Cena said. He said that CM Punk isn't the best in the world. Like, he doesn't hate CM Punk. He likes CM Punk. He just hates the idea that CM Punk has created that he's the best in the world, because he's not. John Cena is the greatest of all time. And the only thing that CM Punk is better at John Cena than is being a bullshitter. Uh-oh, kids. John Cena's using curse words. We're off the rails now. And this is all from memory. I don't even have this written down. I'm just talking.
Man, like the promo, I guess.
I'm doing pretty good.
Shout out.
And then he talks about how CM Punk is a liar, how he will step on the necks of people to get where he needs to go. And then he calls for another camera, and he's like, hey, Claudio Castagnoli. Hey, Matt Cardona. Hey, Nick Nemeth. Because I can never remember fucking Dolph Ziggler's real name. It just,
yeah.
It's a terrible name. You should just be Dolph.
That's his government.
All the people that Punk stepped on.
Yeah.
Quote unquote. And then I saw someone saying, like, he mentioned Nick and he mentioned Matt because it was a little subliminal. What was the CC about, though?
Yes. Cole Cabana.
Oh, Cole Cabana. Yeah. That makes more sense now.
Ooh, interesting. Interesting theories.
I saw a lot of people talking about it.
I've seen that.
Yeah. It's an interesting theory. It's a stretch, though. I think it's a stretch.
I don't really think it is.
Need Jamie No Caressing truth into the thumbnail. You gotta talk to Vince about that.
Thumbnail's already been made. I'm done working for the week. I clocked out.
So basically, John says at Night of Champions, it is the greatest of all time versus the best of all time. Or no, that's the
best in the world.
Greatest of all time versus the best in the world.
Cena versus Natalya? Crazy.
That's the match I want. We can do that in Saudi and let CM Punk skip it. Fuck it.
Hot take, they should not fucking go to Saudi next week.
Not a hot take. I think that's a pretty cold take. I think everybody should be going and not going to Saudi.
I think everyone should stay the fuck home.
Yeah. Reek said, not Reek, TC said super reach in terms of
like, they don't
crazy.
Listen, Vince.
Yeah. Yes.
Bro, can't be doing that.
Well, to be fair, Young Kings Wrestling is all three of them. You know, Malik, Reek, and TC.
Malik doesn't
nice save.
Really count anymore, but we'll allow it.
Ask TC. If you ask TC and Reek, Malik is part of the show. Benji's not part of it. Garn shows up from time to time, but they're still getcha.
That's why I said he doesn't really count. I mean, he's still there. There, like TC has said multiple times, there wouldn't be Young Kings without Malik.
No, exactly.
He's just not there anymore.
Then John Cena proceeded to come back into the ring after setting the microphone down and being like, "Thanks for letting me borrow your promo to make you look even more like a fool."
Ha 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 ha.
I think the line I didn't like was the mother flipping something, or whatever. Like he is.
Well, he said bomb, and then they tried to censor bomb, but then they censored the thing after bomb instead, and then he said mother fudging. And I'm like, don't come and sit on my top rope with bullshitters, and then exit my ring with mother fudging. Like,
he should not have said that. Had he just left that out, the promo would have been really good. TC says Malik can't not count because he's literally the founder. So there you go.
I know. I read the comment. I just didn't read it out loud.
I just saw it, so that's on me.
I always am looking at this.
I'm just half expecting Vince to get Peasant of the Week this week for calling TC Reek.
No, there are a lot more egregious offenses in the world of wrestling. It's okay.
Well, I'm going to start with, the Delulu Cena Superstan. Katie.
It's me.
Thoughts on the pipe bomb?
I didn't really expect it, but I was like, they have 8 minutes left, and he just put Punk to the table. What's going to happen? And then he got up on the top, and I was like, oh my God, he's going to talk. And then I was like, oh my God, he's doing a pipe bomb. He said, I'm breaking the fourth wall, and I immediately sat down and was like, I'm listening. Go on. I was going to get right up and start doing a bunch of shit. And then I immediately sat down and I was like, I want to hear. And I love it. Hearing Cena say bullshit on a wrestling program, funny. I love it. I have nothing bad to say about this. I had a great time.
Yeah, I forgot. He. What? Hey, I did not call on you yet. Shush. Rawr.
Just video delays here. Okay, sorry.
I forgot. Delay or not, I still didn't call on you. I forgot to mention that Cena did say that he gave Punk the stage to cut his pipe bomb, and since then he has been regurgitating the same 5 lines of doom in every promo.
Well done, Jonathan.
So we went to the Cena Super Stand, the Delulu one, who doesn't want to admit that he's a domestic terrorist. And
you can't say that.
You can't say that right now, right?
Just
right now,
absolutely. There's nothing domestic going on that I can't say that.
Not yet.
Not yet.
It wouldn't be domestic.
We're not talking about this fucking right now. Move on to the other one.
The other one.
So now we're gonna let the Chicago boys. I don't know how Vince feels. Yes. I, however, am not gonna sit here and try and be it's the CM Punk ball. And no, this was damn good. Like Cena killed this fucking shit. He did. I was entertained as fuck. I'm proud of him. I didn't know he still had that in him. Like, good for him. You know, he covered up the bald spot. He got a little bit of his edge back.
Yeah.
Avoid him.
Listen, Vince? It's what it took. No, I love this. I think this is the best Cena has been on the mic since he cut his first promo after his heel turn when he showed up in Brussels, Belgium. I thought this was better than that. I thought like him just like going to work on CM Punk was great. I thought him doing the parody of the pipe bomb was great. Shout out to his Slim Jim pipe bomb. I liked it. It was good. It added a little bit more heat. I think what this is going to do is essentially CM Punk is sacrificing himself to help add more heat to this John Cena run. And I think it was more this time Punk giving back to Cena than the other way around. I think this time Punk gave Cena the stage to really say stuff to like get this match going. Whether it happens or not in Saudi Arabia, I'm at a point where like even if they do it at Saudi, at least we're getting to see the match prior to him ending. And as much as we are gonna dislike that and want to see it at SummerSlam, we're still gonna watch. You know, if you want to watch this match, you're gonna watch it regardless, whether you watch it live or later down the line. It is what it is. It's fine. But yeah, everything was good. It's a big fat old swallow for me.
All right. Well, from one really good promo. Sorry, I was listening to something translated so I could do what I'm about to do.
Oh God!
From one really good promo to another really good promo, we opened up Dynamite with one Hangman Adam Pagina.
Adam Pagina.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All in Spanish, the whole promo. Now, apparently Excalibur was kind of sort of translating a little bit here and there while Adam kept talking. I couldn't hear him.
It was pretty difficult because he wasn't like talking like normal volume. So.
Yeah, so I have no idea what the fuck Hangman Adam Page said, but Arena Mexico loved it.
The AEW reposted the video, the entire promo, with actual subtitles underneath. And the essence of the promo, he was talking about how, like, first off, I apologize because my Spanish, and this is going off of memory, I don't have this written down. He apologized because his Spanish isn't the best, but he's going to try his best. Growing up, he had this tobacco farm that his family had, and a couple of like local Mexican workers came up to help him in this tobacco farm in the summer, and he listed off names and he said that there was like 3 Miguels, making a joke there, which I thought was funny. I popped. And then essentially he's like, they were honest men, they were hardworking men, and they were men that were doing this to help their families. And then early on he realized the power of being able to accomplish things when we work together, because when we work together we can change the world. He says that he laments that he doesn't have a match tonight, and that he also isn't allowed to be in the arena or at ringside during Jon Moxley's match, but nothing's preventing him from being there after his match. And then he says when he does that, he's gonna what Penta says, "Te voy a chingar la puta madre," which is he's gonna beat his ass. But it just sounds cooler in Spanish. But that's the essence of his promo. He was talking about community. He was talking about how like we can work together and change the world, and he was just appreciative of the Mexico crowd for having him there.
Okay, so I heard what you just said,
Yes.
and I know all of the words that you just said, and none of the words that you just said translate to beat his ass. Because my understanding is that chingao, that's fuck in some way, shape, or form. And then madre is mother.
Yeah.
And then puta is bitch, essentially. So fuck is bitch mother?
Yeah, but the way we say it, la madre, it also means like the fuck out of you. So like it's a slang, it's like chinga tu madre or te voy a chingar la madre means that I'm gonna beat the fuck out of you, essentially. Okay. So the words together and the sentence have a completely meaning than if you take them individually. Because yeah, so
I heard three words that I knew in Spanish, and then your translation did not match the three words that I knew. So I'm glad you explained it to me. I learned something new today.
Yeah, I mean, but he could also be telling him to go fuck your mother,
or that he's gonna fuck his mother.
Hey, listen. After that promo, Hangman Page should go fuck his mother. I think she'd want it. I'd be down for that. Go ahead.
In assless chaps, right, Vince?
Yes. Listen.
You did a great. You did it. Listen, you did a great job translating for me. You also taught me something, so you get a freebie this episode. You get one.
Not for me. All chaps are asses.
Speaking of which, Katie, what are your thoughts on the Hangman promo?
I thought it was great. Good for him. Hangman cutting the promo in Spanish, did not expect it. I 100% appreciate it. That's my cow. That's my cowboy. Thank you. Yeah, I thought it was cool. And then he was correct. He said, "I'm not allowed to be there for the match.
Hey, what's up, Ed Price?
After the match, I'm gonna beat Jon Moxley's ass," and that's what he did.
Exactly.
Well, from the gist of what I got, Vince was saying about the promo about the tobacco farm and the three Miguels and working together and what we can accomplish. There was maybe a message that Hangman was delivering kind of subtly in his promo. Someone else on AEW delivered the exact same message, not so subtly, in a 486-man tag team match. Every member of every roster, every member of every roster in the world was in this tag team match, but the only one that mattered was one Brody King. And what did his shirt say, Katie?
Abolish ICE.
Shout out to Brody.
And now they're selling that shirt, and not AW, the person who created it, or like another version of it, or it's a version of the shirt, but it has a little figure of Brody on it wearing the shirt. They're selling that shirt, and all the proceeds are going to help with like families who've been affected by ICE. So
that's really cool. Shout out to Brody King.
Awesome. I told you.
He's invited to the carne asada this summer. Come on down. I got everything for you, man. Come on.
Which is another thing Vince taught me, because I was like, "That's steak, Vince. He's invited to the steak," and he's like, "No,
he's invited to the steak."
But yeah, no. Brody King was part of that tag match, and then we closed the show with another 50-person tag match.
I think that one. I think the first one was a 10-man, and the second one was a 12-man.
Yes.
No, I think we have that backwards, because there were definitely at least 12 men. Because, like, it was like...
Oh, no, yeah. You're right. There was more in the first match.
Yeah. There was definitely
more
in the first match.
12-man tag. And
the entire Don Callis family came out after one half of FTR.
Because Fear the Revolver is not allowed over the fucking border.
I wonder why.
Because he's got the revolver. The charges were dropped at one point, but that's clearly a fucking lie. They don't want him in Arena Mexico. I don't either.
Listen.
But the bald one was there, so I guess that's okay.
Wait, which one?
The bald one was there.
There was two bald ones.
Don Callis family was there. There's not.
When I talk about Fear the Revolver and the Bald One. That is the tag team. If
Okay.
Fear the Revolver is not there, the Bald One is there.
Are you saying?
I thought you were talking about Stokely Hathaway.
I was just going to ask if you were saying the other bald one is Stokely.
Yeah.
Fear the
Technically, he
Revolver
was
the other bald one.
Didn't he fill in for him?
No, Stokely didn't fucking wrestle.
I could have sworn.
But
Big butt.
Somebody did try and get a manager to wrestle.
Wow, we're really bouncing all over the place, aren't we?
Okay.
Well, I mean, if the opportunity,
just like we're bouncing everywhere like a 12-man tag match. I love it, real lucha style.
I mean, he brought up manager wrestling, and a manager was challenged to a match because see, back on SmackDown, the way SmackDown opened up, One LA Knight was riding the merry-go-round of screw jobs, and he finally found his stop, and his stop was me and Seth Rollins we're gonna fight, right? Like,
right.
He screwed me, I screwed him, this guy screwed me, that guy screwed him, and you know what? This all ends with me fighting Seth Rollins. I don't know how he came to that conclusion, but like he did good for him. And then
LA Knight math.
Paul Heyman comes out, and listen, he is the wise man, he is the advocate, he is all of these things. He is doing a terrible job of advocating for Seth Rollins because he is getting Seth Rollins booed and CM Punk chants started. Yeah. And that needs to be the opposite of his goal, in my personal opinion. So basically, he's like, I'm so happy it's come out here because, like, I am a huge LA Knight fan. And Seth let me do this. But Seth also wanted me to tell you, get the fuck out or else.
Yeah.
Should have listened.
Well, hold on. Now, Vince, we're all fairly familiar with One LA Knight, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
LaMarcus Antoine Knight, yes.
Thank you. Does he look like the kind of guy to take threats lightly?
He should. He's not, unfortunately.
I had another line that I was going to use other than threats lightly, but that line is definitely not okay in the current state of the world. So,
okay, good.
It's about negotiations. Yeah. So he challenges Paul to a fight. Says, listen, you can hit me first, make it a good one, and turns his back. When he turns his back, Paul Heyman leaves the ring. And he's like, you probably should have left. And then did you hear what I heard, Katie?
I heard something.
Was it?
Who let the dogs out?
Little dog bark.
I didn't get to enjoy it because the glitch is on my end. But
yeah.
Braun and Braun's son.
Braun and Braun's son.
Come down to the ring.
Yeah. Braun's son.
Attack LA Knight. DP LA Knight until he gets a steel chair. And evens the score.
He needs a toy, of course. Even the odds.
I mean, who doesn't? Which was all good. And then he got a match against Braun's son. That, unfortunately for him, ended with 2 spears and 3 tsunamis. And I'm pretty sure his insides are liquid now.
I mean,
all of the organs gone.
He was told, get the fuck out of Grand Rapids or else. And or else happened because he's a stubborn man. As most of you are stubborn.
Yeah.
Where was New Daddy RVD? Because he's from Grand Rapids, Michigan. To save LA Knight.
Not
I don't think they have any connection together. I don't think they have any history.
It doesn't matter if they have a connection. He's RVD and we're in Grand Rapids. Come out and do some shit.
We don't know if he currently resides in Grand Rapids.
He lives in Vegas.
There you go. Yeah, he's a Vegas boy now.
He wasn't there. About him all the time.
Exactly. There you go.
That's not where he's billed from.
He's not there anymore.
Adam Cole's billed from Panama City, but he's from Lancaster, PA. Do you want to talk about that?
And listen, speaking of... No, I won't do that too. We'll hold off on that one.
What? No, now
I was going to say, speaking of Bill...
Oh...
But no, I want to let Vince talk about LA Knight getting his guts crushed.
I'm gonna spit all that because I don't care what's happening right now with LA Knights and the Bronze Suns. So that's kind of where I'm at.
Well, there's Braun and then there's Braun's son.
Bronsons.
It's not Braun's sons. It's not plural. He doesn't have more than one. It's just Braun and Braun's son.
Which is crazy. It's a big baby.
Who can read, by the way, if you did not know.
What?
Yeah. Cool tidbit of information. No, but it's still all a spit.
Who can read?
RVD is from Battle Creek.
Not Grand Rapids. Yeah.
With a little asterisk.
So who the fuck is from Grand Rapids?
I can look.
Yeah, that's a Google search right there.
Un momento.
Un momento. I like when Katie busts out the Spanish. It's funny too.
Un momento. Por favor.
Thank you, TC, by the way.
Yeah, I die every time. Like every now and again, I think about Katie. Just like, let me get to close the show like a couple weeks ago, and then kills me.
So I googled wrestlers from Grand Rapids.
Yeah.
Jimmy Jacobs, Connor from the Ascension, Congo Kong, Joe Warren are the first 4 people that show up.
Any relation to Warren Hayes?
Probably no.
Okay.
Huh. I don't know. But anyway, now we'll get this out of the way so Katie can be angry and then sad, and then we can move the fuck on. Bill Goldberg versus Gunther for the World Heavyweight title is happening at Saturday night's main event in Atlanta because Goldberg's like, I wanted to congratulate you on your win, but also fuck you. I'm still mad at you from months ago when you said the things that you said to me and punked me out and made me look like a bitch.
If it looked like a bitch, it smelled like a bitch, it walk like a bitch.
He did. Oh my god.
Hobble looking ass.
I will say this.
Matt Hardy knees looking ass.
In no universe other than the TC wants to see bad things happen to people that he loves universe. Because he thrives off negativity.
You've been doing that. This is true.
In no other universe should Bill Goldberg win this match.
I concur.
No.
This is his last match. This is his retirement match.
Again, if the move was, hey, we're gonna get the title off of Jey Uso to give it to Gunther so that Goldberg has one final villain to topple and reign over with his championship before he retires, and then Seth comes out to cash in on him, I'm gonna be fucking annoyed. Am I gonna stop watching? No. Am I gonna do anything about it? No. Am I gonna be annoyed? Am I gonna be mad?
Am I gonna cry? Yes.
I'll cry for Katie. Me and Katie will have a cry circle. We were like, fuck Bill, we don't want this. In the Money in the Bank universe, though. Listen, again, I feel like if you're gonna cash in Money in the Bank, just do it on Jey Uso. It makes more sense to do it on Jey Uso. Like, I don't know, unless they're trying to get really big heel heat for Seth Rollins to cash in on Bill Goldberg in Atlanta.
Would that really get him big heel heat, though?
No, I don't think so. And my whole point is, like, why does Goldberg's last match have to be a title match? And why does he get a title match just because he says you're next? I wish that's how life works. I wish I could just go up to my wife and be like, "You're next." No, she's not gonna do that to me. Like, she's not gonna. No, it doesn't work that way.
It's my turn now. I will, going off of TC's point, in the Money in the Bank universe, though, Saturday night's main event is the same night as Y'all In. So, for WWE to make a splash, that's what you can do. If you want to counter program, I'm putting it in quotes for the audio listeners. In quotes.
Okay.
Y'all In, which could potentially see Hangman become AEW World Champion. Yeehaw.
If he doesn't, I'm going to fucking slap somebody.
You're telling me. You could have Seth Rollins cash in said Money in the Bank and become El Campeón. Rollins edition.
I mean, he is Latino. I did draft him to the delegation last year, so yeah.
Okay. I mean, Colby Lopez.
Yeah, that's why he's Lopez.
Yeah,
but he can cash in, and Goldberg doesn't have to win that title for him to cash in and lose it right away.
That's 100% true.
He could cash in on fucking Gunther. Like, I don't feel like Seth Rollins cashing in on Old Man Goldberg, who hit one jackhammer and a spear on Gunther, and honestly don't like the look for Gunther if that happens anyway.
No.
Would really be like, oh my God, Seth Rollins beat Goldberg. Like, that doesn't mean shit.
Oh my God. I think could be a little funny ha-has if Seth said a little hee if Seth said, you know what I'm gonna do, since I filed this case for the second time now, I'm gonna repeat what I did the first time and just cash in and make it a triple threat.
That's what, if he does that, that's cool, that's fine, because then he can curb stomp the fuck out of Goldberg into retirement and we don't have to see Bill anymore. That's what I want to see in this match. If this match does not end and Gunther just chopping the shit out of Goldberg and making him look like a little bitch, I don't want to watch it. I don't want to see any offense from an 80-year-old Goldberg.
He's it's like, bro.
He's 80. He's 80. Katie, we don't have to look it up. He's 80. We don't have to look it up. I just know he's 80. It's
I mean, with those knees, come on now.
Listen, I'm not even going to be watching this match anyway. I'm actually going to be watching Y'all In. I'm going to be watching El Vaquero, Hangman Adam Page become world champion. If he doesn't, then I'm going to slap somebody, like I said. Because if they're waiting for fucking Darby Allin to come back from Martin Everest or whatever to get that title, I'm going to be pissed. That can't be it. That can't be the move anymore.
Well, what?
Oh, sorry. I'm just kind of like talking to myself. Sometimes you hear me, sometimes you don't.
No,
I made a joke earlier and nobody heard it, and I laughed to myself.
Maybe you were muted? No, you didn't.
No,
it's hard to hear Katie over Vince sometimes.
Okay.
We were talking about Aleister Black and Priest like coming after each other or something. I was like, oh, maybe they'll kiss, and nobody heard me, but I laughed to myself.
Katie trying to talk, or me talking over Katie is like when Hangman cut his promo and you couldn't hear Excalibur.
I was just going to say that. So, since we're talking about him, some interesting. So Jey lost the World Heavyweight title. And then, in a completely surprising and impressive and awesome move that nobody expected but everybody wanted, Jey Uso was the mystery man in the King of the Ring tournament.
No way.
And spoiler alert, hey, I get to do it again because, he was in this match.
Who let the dogs out?
Braun Breaker was there. He gets attacked by Sammy. Sammy takes him out. So Penta comes out, drops Braun. LA Knight takes out Bronson. Jey gets the win. Seth then comes out to fuck up Jey, but Cody isn't having that shit. They stare angrily into each other's eyes. Well, they kiss.
Will they kiss?
Mm-hmm.
Guys, will they kiss?
They should.
They don't kiss. Unfortunately, Seth leaves, and Cody and Jey kind of stare at each other and shake hands. Well, they kiss.
Every wrestler who gets close to one another, they should kiss.
It's funny because my notes literally say Cody and Jey stare at each other and shake hands. Will they fight? Will they fuck? Find out on the next exciting episode of Monday Night Raw. But we don't have to wait till Monday Night Raw because we found out on Smackdown, right?
Right.
Well, Cody came out on Smackdown, right?
Said not a damn thing.
Like, what the fuck?
I have words. I'll wait till we're done, but I have words for this.
Cody came out, and then Jey came out before Cody could even say anything. And then Jey said his stuff, and then Sammy came out. And then Sammy said his stuff. And this was kind of like a guy on guy love fest with like
it's Pride Month.
Slight backhanded compliments and shots tossed in there.
Back shots, so, you could say.
Sammy's like, I love this man and I love this man, but neither of you guys are going to beat me. And then Jay's like, I love but yeet.
4 letters, 1 word. Yeet.
Fuck. No, sorry.
And then,
Wow.
and then Randy came out, and Randy was like, I'm a world champion, and Cody's a world champion, and Jay's a world champion. One of these things is not like the other. But one day, Sammy, I know you'll be champion, just not this year. Because I'm whooping that ass and going to SummerSlam. And he did. Randy Orton defeated Sami Zayn.
Woo!
So we had a little discussion last week.
We did.
Where I said that we had a couple of outcomes that are acceptable. Randy Orton versus Cody, acceptable. Sammy versus Jay, story-wise, acceptable. And then I said anything else is unacceptable. Now, I don't know how Vince feels about it, and we'll ask Vince in a second. Shh, not yet. Not yet. My thought process is Jey Uso going over Randy Orton would be good for Jey Uso to get into the finals and win the King of the Ring.
Sorry, I read DC's comment. Gonna leave Mania in record time after Sammy wins the title. As soon as the 3 hits, TC's walking down the steps. Like, he's like, fuck this.
What if the next match after that is Rock Roman?
That's crazy.
Or what if the main event that night is Rock?
Okay, listen. So, Vince, I gave you the opportunity to be like, hey, this is how I feel about a possible Jey Uso Randy Orton match. Yes. I did not give you permission to continue listen, we handled Rock Roman, right? TC says he's still up for revenge. He's never letting it go. I said Fiend. It seemed to have ended there. We were good. But if you keep saying shit, it's never going to go away.
Everyone in trouble.
Well, I was just going based off
Stop
of the
making promises we can't deliver on. I don't think Dwayne's coming back to wrestle again. Dwayne don't want to come back and wrestle again. Until he can get rid of Triple H and book the show himself, he ain't doing nothing.
Yeah. No, Sammy isn't wrestling in anything but the main
event.
event.
If they're going to have Sammy win the title, it's going to be the main event.
Okay. Well, I was just putting hypothetical scenarios out there for TC as always. I was not promising anything. Don't put words in my mouth. Going back to what you're saying about Jay, Randy Orton, the win would be huge for Jey Uso. I don't know if I see Randy Orton versus Jey Uso being the match. I think it's going to be Cody Randy. Because I think that's the bigger match that they could do for the Saudi crowd, and I'm pretty sure that's what the Saudi people want to see over there.
If they
but again, if we do get Jay Randy, I won't be mad as long as the result is Jay winning. That's all I got to say about that. But I do think they kind of telegraphed that Cody's going to win. What I am not happy about is how fucking long Jey Uso did his whole fucking entrance. Like, and I get it, it's a 3-hour Smackdown, you gotta fill fucking time, but god fucking damn it. It always takes too long now. And then he's done, and then he's like, we'll run it back, and then he gets back on the turnbuckle, and then like bro, like just please, just speed that shit up.
We didn't talk about the happiest news and rumors that I saw, and it may be a rumor and it may be news, I don't know, but I saw that Smackdown is going to go back 2 hours in August.
I think
that was originally going to be after Mania.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I wasn't going to say it. A, I completely forgot. I read that multiple times. B, I don't know what the fuck.
So, from what I understand, the USA Network is going to have a brand new program starting August 15th at the 9 p.m/10 p.m. Time slot, which would be the 3rd hour of SmackDown. And the reports are, and the update is that after July 1st or July 4th, I forgot which one it was, but in early July or soon is when it'd be the earliest that SmackDown would go down to 2 hours. If not, it'd be that that Friday, the 15th, would be the cutoff, and that's why. And thank God, I won't be watching that show.
Thank God.
Because SmackDown is still good, guys. I like the show. I thought it was good. It just fucking drags its ass. Like, and I'm not against that, but it's just like it's just too much fluffer. It's too much fluff. Too much filler.
Mm-hmm. A fluffer.
So, if we get Randy versus Cody, I know the Young Kings wrestling answer because I heard it, but I want to know from the two of you.
Yes.
Randy Cena again or Randy Cody again at SummerSlam? What's the big match? What's the match we'd rather see?
Well, Katie? They gotta go. Sorry, Katie. Sorry.
I raised my hand.
There's a video delay here, and I'm literally not even looking at the screen anymore. I'm literally just
looking
at the YouTube video.
I raised my hand. I think you could play this out where you do Cody Cena again. And this is the catalyst where you finally pull the trigger on Homelander Cody and you start the transition to Cena's babyface in the last 5-ish months of his retirement tour.
Or, because we're all assuming, I know why Katie is, but we're all kind of assuming that once Night of Champions is said and done, the greatest of all time is still the champion. But there is a possibility, as narrow as some may think it is, if he actually shows up to Saudi Arabia.
If they go to Saudi Arabia.
If they go to Saudi Arabia. And he shows up and he wrestles for that blood money, that one CM Punk, the best in the world, walks out as champion. And we could still do what Katie said. She's over there. Where now Cody is trying to get his belt back, but him and Punk are kind of friends, and they have this whole thing. And then Cody turns on Punk in the main event and goes here.
Also a possible answer. Both things can be true. Like, it might happen.
I don't think I want to see that. I don't think Cody's turning at all. I think it's hopeful. I think it's hopeful thinking, because everyone's just assuming that Cena has to go back into babyface mode.
He should
before he retires.
No, he shouldn't. This should
be him. He doesn't necessarily have to. It could be him retiring that afterwards. That he just has a reflection on how he went about things.
I like to believe that this is the real John Cena. This is how he truly feels, and this is what he's been wanting to say forever.
He hugged Stu, the cameraman, at the SummerSlam kickoff, whatever the fuck at Fanatics Fest.
Babies.
Yeah. Okay, so he likes Stu. He said he liked CM Punk. He said he liked CM Punk too. Nobody else in the locker room ever did, but he did. Like, he can like people and hate the fans.
Yeah. Yeah. He didn't break up with Stu. He broke up with us.
Yeah, that's true.
He broke up with y'all.
Kidding.
There's no us here. Y'all. Not me.
Kitty. Can't stand Kitty. Right. Never change. I
won't.
I forgot what. I don't even know what I was gonna.
No. Well, it doesn't matter.
Can we talk about NXT?
I suppose I was going to talk about the Queen of the Ring since we did the King of the Ring.
Okay.
Let's do that.
All right. So over on Monday, Asuka, who also has been a busy little bee, just like Jey Uso was, she took the last qualifier spot for the women's semifinals by defeating Spanish Rachel, Stephanie Vakir, and Ivy Nile, thanks to a little assistance from one Rhea Ripley, who said, "Fuck you, Spanish Rachel." And then on SmackDown, in the worst possible outcome for Matt Ritter, even though I love Asuka, Alexa Bliss is no longer in the running for Queen of the Ring. The submission
she's in the running for a queen for sure.
Shut up. They had a little submission spot there that got kind of messy and awkward. Asuka got the win. Then there was this whole thing between Alexa and Chelsea backstage. And then Charlotte showed up, and she's like, I would have won if Chelsea had shown up, but she didn't. And then her replacement tapped, so I'm going to beat up Chelsea tonight. And the secret Hervis Legend, Piper Niven, attempted an assassination and was upset that she failed in her attempt and apologized to all of us for not breaking the plank. But Alexa Bliss then ran out to make the save as Charlotte was getting, triple teamed.
Right.
And planked and was still a bitch and refused to shake Alexa's hand after she, was like...
I don't know why when you said that, I thought of Princess and the Frog, where Dr. Facilier is like, before his song, he's like, won't you shake a poor sinner's hand? I don't know why I thought of that, but that's what I thought of, and I had to just share it with the class.
Well,
okay.
I appreciate that.
I love that movie.
Oh my god. Yeah, Charlotte. For many reasons.
Are you gonna say the reasons, or are we supposed to guess?
No, I was just trying to sneak that in there in case Matt was trying to change over or transition to something else. Because how dare she come in here and be butthurt
when she doesn't have a butt.
Wow, I didn't want to say that out loud. I wasn't trying to steal Matt's joke. But how dare she be asked?
That was my joke, by the way.
Yes, it was Matt's joke. I was trying to see if he would.
I made that joke in the DMs. Katie, yeah, you can borrow it.
I forgot you said that, in all fairness. Listen, there's a lot of things in the DMs the past few days. I don't remember.
There's a lot going down in the DMs. But yeah, no, how there she just butthurt that she got booed out the fucking building on my wedding anniversary, and Chicago wouldn't let her speak, and that Chicago doesn't like her, so she's over here. It's like, oh, Chicago's the worst wrestling city and the second. And by the way, also she's wrong because she's like, oh, the best wrestling fans are in the north or northeast, northwest. I think she said. It's like, except for Chicago. Chicago's not northeast, northwest, nor nothing. It's the Midwest. So get your geography proper, okay? Jesus.
As someone who should be fairly, acquainted with the term mid, you'd think Charlotte would know the difference. Jade also did a little interview with Byron Saxton where she's like, Queen of the Ring was made for me and I'm going to win this shit. And also, all of this kind of inspired B-Fab and Michin to be like, let's go get some tag titles. Let's go. And listen, ladies, I'm sorry, but those are Nikki and Bree's tag titles, and you're just going to have to wait.
You can look, but you can't touch.
All right, Katie wants to talk NXT. We haven't said anything about NXT. Is there anything specifically on NXT you would like to talk about, Katie?
I mean, we can kind of group them all together. All of the Evolution are they considered qualifiers?
Yeah, I think
Evolution Eliminators.
Evolution Eliminators. Yes.
So Jordynne defeated Lola.
Good match.
Very good match. Got her spot. That whore Izzy Dame defeated Zarya.
See,
because
I was gonna call her a whore this week. But
go ahead. Sorry,
kept saying it. So no, it lost all of its spark. I can't even say it now. It lost all of its spunk.
Okay. Well, Tatum, who was hiding backstage, waiting for her moment to embrace her new friends, and they just kind of talked and then walked away. Saw Soul standing out there in the shortest of the short shorts and couldn't help herself but run up and give Soul a hug. Zarya, being the jealous woman that she is, was like, get your hands off my Soul, and was distracted. And then, you want to say it?
That whore, Izzy Dame.
Got the win.
It's one of those things where Zarya definitely should have been in the match, but Tatum just wants friends, and I feel bad.
I do too.
She has a bad run of luck when it comes to friends. But Izzy Dame should not be one of the people you try to befriend. And I don't think Soul was wearing shorts.
She wasn't
She was wearing a
skirt.
It was a skirt.
She wasn't she wasn't trying to befriend Izzy Dame. She was hugging
Izzy
Soul
was trying to befriend her.
No, I'm talking about the backstage segments later on.
Okay.
Yeah.
Where they blamed her. Zarya's like, it's your fault that I lost. And she's like, I'm so sorry. And then Izzy's like, they shouldn't talk to you like that. They don't even really like you.
It's like, stay away from her, bitch.
For real. Honestly.
Thea Hale advanced, but the ref didn't see her win the match when Jaida tapped. So Jaida ended up getting the pin and the win and actually moving on.
So that's actually a playbook off of good old Mark Calloway Undertaker, because he did that same spot with Brock Lesnar. I can't remember what match they were doing, but where he like tapped or whatever, the ref didn't see. Brock let go, and then he put the Hell's Gates on Brock Lesnar, and then he flicked him off as he passed out. So I remember
that was the best Brock Undertaker match of all time.
Yeah. So if you're gonna pull a finish from a Brock Undertaker match, it's that one for sure. So I thought that was very ingenious. I thought that was great. Shout out to Miss Parker. I got her. I hope she wins. I hope she wins the whole damn thing.
And then Lash Legend defeated Kalani Jordan to also qualify. So our women's fatal 4-way.
That's my winner.
Is a big swallow. It is a Jordynne Grace. Lash Legend. Hey, Miss Parker, and
that whore Izzy Dame.
It could have been perfect if Zarya was there instead. But it's a very good fatal 4-way. It's only a shame that these women are going to have to wrestle Jacey Jane at Evolution and not someone else as women's champion.
It's okay. It's okay. I have a thing. I have a whole thing.
Okay.
Lash Legend.
Yes.
She won her qualifier.
Mm-hmm.
On Tuesday, fatal 4-way. Lash wins. Where is Evolution taking place? Atlanta, Georgia. Say Atlanta.
Oh, okay. I couldn't remember.
Where is Lash from? Atlanta, Georgia.
She's from Atlanta, Georgia.
She's from Atlanta, Georgia. It only makes sense. You finally put the belt on Lash in Atlanta at Evolution.
That kitty holding my hand to the answer.
I'm gonna hold your hand when I say this. God.
Okay, I like that.
Water, but you can't make him drink. Jesus.
I don't.
But yeah, that's my little awesome theory about the women's title currently.
Hey, look at you. I like what you did there. Okay. I mean, still,
we gotta
kind of wish. Yeah.
I'm gonna touch on a few things real quick just to mention them, and if you guys have anything quick to say about them, we will say them quick. Just because we're eating up time, we still got to talk about the entire Sabrina Carpenter effect. We haven't got there yet. So, the frat boys started Chase U, and apparently being, Gen Alpha or whatever the fuck it is now, they don't appreciate being yelled at or sworn at. They got all sensitive and left the class. Inamura pinned Trick Williams and then gave his TNA title shot to one Josh Briggs. And then said the dumbest thing I've ever fucking heard in my life. I'm going to beat Obafemi. You can have the TNA title.
What?
Bitch, you are not winning the NXT title anymore. Listen, I've grown to like you. You're entertaining. You're fun. You're cool. I'm even saying your name now. You're not even the other guy anymore. You're not Briggs' friend. But you're not beating the ruler, dude. You should have taken the Trick match. You weren't beating Trick either, but you got a better chance of beating Trick than you do Oba.
Crazy. Wild.
That might be a really good match. Trick and John Briggs. Yeah, sorry, brain fart. But yeah, that might be a really good match. NXT next week looks like it's going to be a very good show. I hope I get to watch it live.
Also, We had Ethan Page, apparently, cradle robbing for friends because no one his age wants to hang out with him. Ashanti also has some shit to say, and Ricky's cleared next week, so he better watch his mouth. So we're probably going to get Ashanti versus Ricky. Also, apparently, Ashanti the Adonis is doing like a side
quest
reality TV show thing.
Just on Twitter. I don't know. Couldn't be me.
It's a thing.
Unfortunately. Wasn't there?
I'm just trying to listen. There's other stuff in SmackDown and Raw, and I was looking at what I want to talk about. So, Sami Zayn, who lost as Karrion Kross predicted, did tell Karrion Kross on Monday that if you're right and I don't lose, I'm gonna fight your bitch ass when this is all over. So it looks like if Karrion Kross did not have his farewell match that people were saying on Twitter, that him and Sammy might duke it out. Maybe Saturday night's main event, probably.
Maybe they kiss.
Maybe they kiss. So Solo.
Speaking of people we should get. Just kidding. Little
Solo is like, listen,
family.
I'm sorry I cheated on you. I didn't mean it. I love you. Can we just get back together? You mean everything to me. I have no one but you. And Jacob's like, bitch, if you want your CDs back, you got to fight me for them. Otherwise, I'm keeping them. Like,
you left the CDs in my car.
And I'll put my U.S. title on the line.
That too. Yeah. But mostly the CD.
Cobb showed up. Jacob gets jumped. And then Jimmy's like, hey, you shouldn't be the only one getting your ass beat. Let me get my ass beat too.
He tried. Let's give him a you tried star.
Jacob went Super Saiyan. He took that ass beating. He took a sensu beating, popped the fuck back up, went off, took out JC and Solo all by himself. And Jimmy was dumb enough to come down and get his ass beat, but was not dumb enough to touch Jacob's belt. That man walked around the belt and just stood behind it and looked at it and then said, it's yours.
He said, I want smoke, Jacob, and I mean.
You know what he said, Katie? I heard it. You know what he said?
Why?
Do your thing, cuz.
Go home. Go home, Roger.
He said it. I heard it. He looked him right in the eyes, and then he looked at the belt and he's like, do you think, cuz?
I need Jacob to run through his family in this title reign. That's what I need to see. Him versus Solo, him versus Jimmy, him versus Jay, him versus Roman. Just run through the whole family.
We'll finish off SmackDown. Nia was talking shit about Tiffany. Tiffany's like, I'm better than you. Nia's like, I want a rematch. Tiffany's like, cool, because I already got you a rematch, and it's last woman standing.
Dope.
And Nia then smashed Tiffany. And listen, if 2 leg drops is all it takes to take you out, you have no chance of winning a last woman standing match. I'm just saying. Naomi then also... Yes, she did. I'll give her that. Naomi did try and cash in, and Nia once again said, no, the fuck you don't. Please stop trying to cash in on my destruction.
Please stop trying to cash in. This is
Please
mine.
stop.
I was going to see if Vince had anything to say. So Bayley said, fuck Becky Lynch. And then Becky came out in Wisconsin, head to toe in a bear, in, all Bears fit. Like,
shout out to Becky Lynch. Best thing she's
shout
done
out to Becky.
Shout out to Becky. Becky the Bear.
And Becky's like, you know what? Columbus, Bayley, you and me, no title in the line, but you can have your match.
Yeah.
And then Bayley punched Becky in the face.
Yeah, she did.
Yep.
Whoosh.
Are you sure there's no title on the line? I thought the title was on the line.
I was pretty sure that she just said that she'd give her a match, but I don't think the title was on the line. I could be wrong.
Quickly look.
Yeah, I think I saw it on the graphic. You're right. She didn't mention it, but I think I saw it on the graphic. But I could be wrong. I've been wrong before. and I'll continue to be wrong in the future.
Well, you were wrong about the Judgment Day and them making a comeback and being better than ever because they're in shambles right now. El Hijo de Eddie Guerrero and Liv challenge Io to a rematch. Io comes out speaking in half Japanese, half English. The crowd cheers. Liv tells them they don't even know what she's saying, which I thought was hilarious when she was speaking in Japanese. Liv says she wants a match or Io could just give her the belt. And Io's like, you got to earn that shit. Like, you don't just get given belts around here. Then backstage, Finn is oddly agreeable when Dom's like, hey, you kind of failed to handle business. So I need you to stay in the back. I need you to stay in the back while JD goes out and fights AJ. And then Finn's like, you know what? You're right. Why don't you go help him tonight? Also, Liv comes up and she's like, hey, Spanish Rachel, we got some shit to handle tonight. And she's like, I'm not even cleared. Rhea fucked me up. And she's like, well, fuck you then. I'll go handle it myself. And Finn's like, no. I have an idea, Roxanne. Come here and let's talk. Yes, Katie?
Title is on the line next week between Bayley and Becky.
Well, I think Becky said it was non-title, and then Adam Pearce is like, no, fuck that. She's putting it on.
Technically, Nick Aldis made it for the title because Nick was...
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like I said, Becky didn't say
that's
it was
a Nick Aldis move.
That is
Shout out to Nick Aldis. Why was he the GM on Raw this week?
Adam Pearce took a week off on him.
Okay.
So what happened? What happened to Liv Morgan? Because I did not see this.
Okay. The match started. They go for like a collar and elbow tie-up type of thing. Kairi goes for like a drop toe hold. Liv goes to like brace for impact, and her elbow hits the mat, and you can see her like shoulder almost pop out of its socket. And the match stops. They go to commercial. They come back, and the match is over. You just hear Kairi's music, and that was it.
So Roxanne never showed up to hell.
No.
That
might have been the plan. The match didn't happen. They didn't do a single move except for that drop toe hold that Kairi did on Liv. Little fluke accident, and worst case scenario, she's going to be out for the rest of the year. 6 months or so with surgery.
Yeah. Reports are saying anywhere between 3 to 6 months.
Yeah. It could be even longer. It says upwards of 6 months.
So the curse of Dominic Mysterio continues.
Yes.
Curse of Dominic Mysterio continues, and unfortunately, it looks like maybe Roxanne. Oh, it is! It is too. What the fuck? That's crazy. Maybe
curse. So now Roxanne's gonna be like, "Hey, yo, Dom, how you doing?"
Not if she cares about her shoulders. She's not.
Roxanne, protect your shoulders.
Speaking of hurt shoulders, Mercedes' shoulders are killing her because she's got all those fucking belts. Katie, how you feel about that?
Belt collector gimmicks in 2025 are the dumbest fucking things in the world. People were bitching and complaining, and we're only talking about a Mercedes. We were talking about a Kenny back, and when the fuck he did it too. It's all stupid. There are plenty of other women you can use. No. And she didn't lose it on Friday either.
Mercedes somehow adds the CMLL title to her collection from Zeuxis. And then we get like a Where in the World is Carmen Sandiego? Ask Tony Storm, where Mina Shirakawa pops up on the stage, and then Carmen Sandiego attacks Mercedes from behind after the whole 50s detective vignette and all that. It was good shit.
Oh, Tony Storm is no fucking wrong right now.
That match is going to slap, and if Hangman doesn't get the world title, that should be the main event.
I agree. Tony also said motherfucker on Collision, so give her everything.
Good for her.
Yeah, shout out to Tony.
Mystico got fucked up and had his mask stolen.
Yeah.
Okay, you're yes, he got fucked up. He got his mask stolen. He got a replacement mask, so it was all good. But can we talk about how grandiose of an entrance that was? That was fucking amazing. Like, that was fucking beautiful. Like, the crowd saying that shit, I felt it. I was proud. One single gangster tear rolled down my cheek as I heard and sang that song.
And then the last thing we need to talk about before we talk about Sabrina Carpenter.
They massacred my boy! Shaking. He's shaking.
So Tony's pissed. Tony's pissed, and he tells Luca to meet him in the ring. All he wants is loyalty, and Luca isn't giving it to him. Tony has questions. Luca's answers all seem to be different. Every time I hear Luca tell this story about what the fuck happened in the desert, I feel like I get a different version of the story, especially from what the fuck I saw.
Mm-hmm.
No,
First it was we met in the desert, and then I got in the car, and then they left me, and then it was he got grabbed by dude's guys, and then they left him, and whatever. Tony asks him straight up, "Are you with Stax?" But before he can answer, Stax comes out, and he's got his gigolos with him, sowing discord. Luca accidentally hits Tony during the brawl, and I will give that clearly looked like an accident. He swung at Stax.
It did.
Missed. So Tony's like, "Listen, next week, Luca Crucifino versus Stax. Make the fucking match." And they're like, "Well, unfortunately, Stax did recently beat a former Heritage Cup champion, so he already..." Fuck you, Ava, and that bullshit. Stax gets a fucking Heritage Cup match, which we already talked about is not going to happen in the way that we thought it was going to happen because he beat Tony Dean. Fuck you and fuck that shit. Neither here nor there. Apparently, he's got a consigliere who worked all this out. And then Tony's like, "Oh, he does he?" And Luca's like, "I swear to God, it's not me. It's not me, Tony. I
swear to God, Tony, it's not me. I promise." Which it's definitely not. Like, Stax is a scheming little son of a bitch. He's a rat bastard.
I still think it might be Luca. I'm not gonna lie.
No.
Listen, after everything that's happened, can you really blame him?
Watch it be Rizzo.
Bro. Biggest swerve
of the year. Rizzo? To be determined.
Would you start calling her that whore Rizzo if she did that? If it was her?
Absolutely. Why would I not? You think I'm just gonna say it to Izzy? To be fair, I'm more scared of Braun Breaker than I am Luca Crucifino.
Yeah.
So if I've got the balls to say it about Izzy and possibly get speared to fucking hell,
you're getting in half.
Yeah, like
he's just gonna see you, just gonna start barking. He's gonna be held back by Paul Heyman like he was on.
Izzy's letting him off the leash, literally, and he's spearing you in half.
All right, so
Sabrina,
the Sabrina Carpenter effect. We have seen a lot of Sabrina Carpenter-esque-ness in WWE and AEW and all over the place lately. Obviously, if you've seen the thumbnail that is already on this video with Liv Morgan and Dom before she broke her shoulder, and Sol Ruka and Zarya before Tatum hugged her, or actually probably after Tatum hugged her. I think it was after. That might have been the apology. That might have been the makeup. Like, I saw what you were doing with Tatum. On your knees, give me your hair. Anyway.
Swallow.
Also, it is all... Because, like, I'm sure some people are looking at Blake Monroe and being like, "Oh, she's doing Toni Storm in AEW." But no, she's doing Sabrina Carpenter in AEW.
Literally shot for shot from her tour video.
That's what I said last week, yeah.
Exactly. And I looked it up, and it literally shot for shot.
I know what I'm talking about.
Katie knows her things.
So, you are the expert, Katie, here, which you and I talked about earlier today. So, I'm going to let you have the floor about the Sabrina Carpenter effect in WWE and your thoughts on it.
Oh, I didn't know this was going to happen. Sabrina Carpenter is for the girls and the gays. It's girly pop music. It's not for everybody, and that's completely fair. That is completely valid. I mean, like you said, Blake Monroe, literally shot for shot vignettes, or at least one vignette of Sabrina's tour. It's just like, I'm trying to think of. Tiffany has used Sabrina's like outfits on tour as like inspiration for her gear. Yeah. It's all a lot of the women, like, they take inspiration from pop culture all the time. Yes, Vince.
Let's not forget, Kit Williams created that with Naomi on SmackDown last night. So if I had known that was on there, it would have been on the thumbnail too, because that was the funniest one.
Well, yeah, I didn't see it until that time sent it. She's just, Sabrina Carpenter is one of the more popular things in music right now, and wrestlers take inspiration, and the girlies take inspiration, especially because Sabrina's new album is called, I think the album is called Man-Child, or at least the new song is. And yeah, the picture on the album is her on her knees with her hair getting pulled by a man. So the girlies, Man-Child. And the girlies said, you know what we gotta do? Let's recreate this shit. And honestly, they're all slaying.
It's working. Sabrina Carpenter translates very well to WWE in her style, in her outfits, in her presentation and appearance, and the things that she does. It all transfers very well over to wrestling in general, not just WWE TV, but wrestling in general. And it's working out for him. So Blake had her contract signing. Fatal Attraction interrupt after the signing. I'm sorry, what was that, Katie?
Fatal Influence.
You're incorrect. Do you know why they interrupted, though?
Why?
Because Jacey Jane is a fake-ass bitch.
Jacey gets slapped right in the face.
Have you ever tried this one and then boom, right in the face?
That is the Sabrina thing.
Yeah.
Then Fallon Sabrina and Blake brawl a little bit. Jacey drops Blake. Then they put her through a table.
Yeah.
Once again, Ava just stands there, does not call for help, does not call for security, does nothing, just like watches as chaos unfolds in front of her. I didn't even see her go check on her new signee. Like, oh, you signed on the dotted line. All right, cool. And she just sat there in the corner like, eh.
No, she kind of did, like, after Fatal Influence got out of the ring. Listen, Ava don't want the smoke anymore. She said, I tried wrestling once. I don't want to do it again.
You are Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson's daughter. All right? No one should be fucking with you. You are the final boss's daughter.
Yeah, there you go.
She was called the final boss of NXT by the final boss of WWE. So.
You are not bossing.
No.
Because she's not Sasha Banks.
Katie's been making me laugh this whole week, man. I swear.
I've been doing it. I've been doing this entire show sober, so that's fucking awesome.
So, we have a Fatal 4-Way set up for Evolution.
Nope.
We have a Fatal 4-Way set up to determine the match at Evolution.
Yes.
Do we think that Blake Monroe is going to factor into either the Fatal 4-Way or if Evolution will be a triple threat match with the recent developments that happened here?
I pray to God that they make it a triple threat. But I don't think that'd be fair to the girlies that were in the Fatal 4-Way / in the Fatal 4-Way Evolution Eliminators. So, no, let's not do that. Gotta stand on business.
Pick me.
Katie.
Great American Bash is the night / day before Evolution, and it's an NXT show. You can have Blake Monroe on NXT's Great American Bash.
You can. You absolutely can.
You can make Jacey's ass wrestle 2 nights in a row.
You know, it'd be perfect.
You could also have Blake defeat Jacey and then go on to face the winner of the Fatal 4-Way.
Oh
my God! Yes, let's do that. I like that answer better. That's the best answer.
Lash to win. I have a theory.
You do.
Lash win gold, damn it.
I know. I agree.
I just don't have faith.
I have faith.
Gotta have faith. I guess it would be nice if I could touch your body.
Okay.
I know not everybody has got a body like me.
All
right. So, swallowing all of it. Is Sabrina Carpenter into 3-ways? Do we know?
Yes.
She did the Eiffel Tower pose during the Juno positions thing she does at every show while in Paris. So
a triple threat is not out of the question here. It's actually on brand.
It's on brand.
Exactly. It's
Blake Monroe getting Eiffel Towered by Jacey Jane and Lash Legend.
What the fuck?
I don't think that's how it should go.
You gave me the information. I just took it and did what...
I took it
I
in
think
right.
It should be Jacey Jane getting Eiffel Towered by Blake Monroe.
Well, if Blake is Sabrina, then
But they're the challengers challenging for the title, so. Well, I guess it makes sense because, like the champion has a strap and you need a strap in an Eiffel Tower situation. So.
Oh my god.
This is the conversation.
Favorite show of the week, Katie?
Fuck. I'll go NXT for all of the ladies matches, except Izzy Dame.
All right, Vince.
AEW Grand Slam Mexico, best show of the week, hands down. Loved it. I thought they did a good job of giving an authentic version of what Lucha Libre is. And
this is definitely the first time in 2025 Vince has picked AEW as the best show of the week,
and probably the only time he will.
Or watched an entire AEW episode.
Listen. Again, I don't want to take too much time, but as much as I loved Worlds Collide and it was great, it was not authentic Lucha Libre. Like the show literally felt like I was watching a AAA show. It was in Arena, Mexico. It was actually in Mexico. It felt great. I loved it.
I'm gonna go SmackDown. Just recency bias. Also, I missed stuff. Like apparently, did the New Day show up on Raw?
No,
barely. No, not on Raw. They were backstage.
I'm like, I didn't fucking see you on my TV.
It was, I think, no, yeah, it was. There was like a backstage thing, and then they usually do it like during commercials.
And then Ava was just fucking wiling out on NXT, and I can't pick AEW because I don't support 40-man matches, especially 2 in a night. So by default, it's SmackDown for me. Thank you all for joining us today. Katie, please tell them where they can find the latest episode of the She-League Showcase and all the things that you do.
You can follow me on Twitter, KatieRaskin13, the link to in my bio to get everything She-League Showcase, twitch.tv/She-League Showcase, and youtube.com/She-League Showcase. Typically, it's Thursday, 6 p.m. Eastern-ish, except this week we're going Wednesday night after Dynamite because I got a concert on Thursday, so I'm going to be busy.
Important.
Vince.
Next Wednesday, 5 p.m. Central Standard Time, maybe 5:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. Over on the Circle Debate YouTube channel, we'll be going live with Get Your Podcast, the racial draft round 2. It's going to be fun. Same people that were there in the first draft. Let's see who gets drafted to which delegation.
I will not be there, so don't look for me. You guys can follow me on Twitter at Matt Ritter. That is ZMATTRIDDER for your wrestling content, at Getting Off for your horror content. Everywhere else, TikTok, Instagram, Threads, and Blue Sky at Smackin' It Raw, and that'll get you everything. Please join us tomorrow. Yeah, rawr. Please join us tomorrow night right here live for Trick or Trivia. Me and my lovely Vanna White, Miss Katie Kinsey Bay, and our 3 contestants, when I find a third, who will be competing in trivia.
Is Will there?
I guess.
Will Will be there?
Yes.
Will be there. Kelly from the Final Girls will be there, and a mystery third opponent.
I thought Rick was going to be on that.
No, Rick already